You know, it's really interesting. I mean, this season was a really intense season, and really intense for the two of us. And Meg, our incredible showrunner, came to us with this idea of an open marriage. What's the word, open marriage?
Mariage ouvert.
It was really important to Kevin and I that we were really mindful on how we approached this big complication. And I'll just speak for me. I think Teddy got to a point where she was feeling like the marriage was so in danger and that she's so in love with Owen that she was willing to risk certain things to save the marriage in a naive way. And I really loved that Meg allowed and was very careful in the way she created this whole storyline to be a very kind of mature way to approach an open marriage, and not just doing it just to be like, I don't know, like a funny thing, or like she really respected the fact that our relationship with Teddy and Owen's relationship was super important. What do you think?
No, I think it was a great answer. I think, you know, I think, as you say, Meg came to us last hiatus kind of saying, this is what I'm thinking. And I think we were all concerned, we wanted it to feel very sort of equal, and that nobody is really to blame. Yeah, and it was about a couple who are in the thick of the intense part of the career. They have young kids, and they're trying to figure out a way to keep the relationship alive. And I remember asking Meg at one point, I said, is this kind of, are you saying that people should try this? Or is this more of an Icarus flying too close to the sun type storyline? You know, you kind of, this couple, for all the right reasons, trying to save their man, but they fly too close to the sun a little bit. And she said very much that Icarus type storyline. I think that once we knew what the story we were going to tell, that it became easier to find it and for it to feel organic. And I think what I love about Teddy and Owen is that they're really a grown-up adult relationship, and it's a great depiction of a flawed and adult and really sort of it feels quite like a truthful relationship to me.
Which is interesting because so you mentioned their characters, Ben and Bailey, and there is such a big difference between the way that marriage works so well and the way this marriage, I think, has a past trauma that they haven't quite addressed, and maybe perhaps they aspire to be more like Ben and Bailey.
I think Ben and Bailey have been inspired, and because Ben and Bailey talk, they're going to do the open marriage and they'll make it work because they'll talk their way through it. So Ben and Bailey will do the open marriage right. So
Bailey would never allow that.
Not a chance.
Can you imagine her reaction to an open marriage? That, like, her amazing reaction.